First of all, I would like to say I started watching 1986 episodes of Days of Our Lives on the Patreon of this channel, patreon.com/OCGTV.
Oh, thank you, Giorgio. Call you if I need you.
Yes, Doctor.
Hi there.
This is the first meeting between Marlena and the pawn.
I'm sorry
Even though
if she
Drake's not in the
frightened
role
you.
yet. Support the channel and come watch some classic Days of Our Lives with me. Another week of Days of Our Lives has passed us by, and I've been sitting and thinking about how to approach the video this week with our full first week of new writing from Paula and Jean. And there is a difference with the writing. Now, the show at its core right now, after Ron's many years at the helm, there's a lot of problems. I talked about this the past 2 weeks that need to be fixed. We have a lot of characters that still don't work for me, like Leo, who I will continue to fast forward probably as long as he overstays on this show. There's still a lot of couples that I struggle to care about. Even like watching Brady and Kristen together, I'm so over that dynamic. I'm trying to get into Alex and Stephanie, but it ain't working. I'm trying with Xander and Sarah, but it's just okay. We'll get to the stuff that is working. But the difference in the writing, I've been trying to wonder what it is, because there is a difference with the characters. And I think what it is that they actually kind of feel like real people again. Because under Ron, everyone's a damn caricature, and so much things don't matter, that now that we're getting people feeling like humans again, it makes a huge difference. The writing is more mature as well, which helps, but I'm really enjoying the character-driven writing that we're seeing. Marlena being Marlena to her children all week long, to her grandchildren all week long, everyone coming to her with their problems. Despite Marlena having a problem with the fact that John is missing, Marlena was being her usual self, helping everyone out when they need that help. I enjoyed that. I talked about this last week, but Jada and Shawn, they do have chemistry. And we got to see them together in at least 2 episodes this week as the bad news of Bo came out, that Bo has taken a turn for the worse. And we almost got an insta-fix with someone that works at University Hospital that Kayla works with that might have had something, developing new drug for sepsis, but it isn't FDA approved yet, which, you know, in the current administration, that could be thrown out the window anyway. But, you know, however, it's not quite a quick fix yet because they couldn't get the hands on the developed medication to save Bo's life. But back to Jada and Shawn. Not only did they have chemistry, but I like that they actually have showed genuine care for each other, with Jada going through her problems with Rafe and that breakup. But then now Shawn going through the fact that his father could die, and because of the bad story that Ron wrote a few years ago with Bo and the whole mind control, mind loss bullshit, Shawn had to be the one to stop Bo, that put Bo into his current health predicament. Shawn feels guilty about that. But I liked Jada's genuine care for Shawn. So they won me over even more with the way they wrote the story for Jada and Shawn earlier this week. Also working for me is Johnny and Chanel, because the story, nobody's wrong in the story. Johnny is not ready to adopt. Chanel's been so excited about this for quite a while now, but now last minute Johnny decides he doesn't want to do it. Marlena tells Johnny to talk to Chanel. Johnny does. Now, Johnny did go too far in calling off the adoption before he and Chanel could really discuss it. But I like that it's a logical, fair story and not just outlandish and over the top and played for a joke like we've seen under Ron for many years now. So the Johnny and Chanel story is also working for me because it is a logical problem for them as a couple. But what the show will need to do, even though I'm not the biggest fan of Xander and Sarah, they do have a bit of a fan base out there. And I feel like Johnny and Chanel do too, but I don't feel like Johnny and Chanel have really gotten the push as a couple that they could get. And I'm hoping under the new writing, they will. And this is a step in the right direction for the couple to become, I'm not going to call any of these couples a super couple right now. None of these new couples are at super couple status. But the potential is definitely there for Johnny and Chanel and Xander and Sarah with better writing. That will always be the key. I mean, the same can be said for Jada and Shawn. I feel like the potential is definitely there. I actually feel like because they're kind of still new, although they've been teased as an item for quite a while now, honestly. If pushed right, because of their chemistry and because of the way the characters are being written right now, like I said, that they actually seem to genuinely care for one another. With good writing, they could be the best couple on the show, I honestly think. Especially if we're pushing Bal with EJ for them to have trouble. I'm sure there is still some sort of Shawn and Bal fan base out there because they've been together off and on for so long. They're kids of iconic super couples coming together as one. I'm sure there's a fan base that thinks that those two should still be endgame down the line. But I don't know. I really think that if written correctly, Jada and Shawn could be the it couple of this show. I do enjoy them a lot. Now, I would like to see some of Ron's stories moving along a little faster. I still just don't care about these younger characters like Tate and the pregnant girl whose name doesn't even come to mind because she's so bland. I already talked about how Leo's going to continue to be fast forward material for me. I haven't seen Rafe. I don't know if he's actually off the show, if he's really leaving town, left town permanently. That would be great, though, if that is true. But, yeah, I like the Philip and Xander brotherly relationship and problems that they've been having these past few weeks. That was something Ron was getting right. But there's still a lot of work to do under this new writing, and we'll see what comes of it. I'm hoping that more stories and more of these characters, intrigue me more for me to pay more attention or not fast forward them going forward. If anybody's watching one of my Days videos for the first time, I stopped watching for several years. Used to talk about Days a couple, 2-3 years ago. Then stopped all the American soap operas because they all sucked and wouldn't make changes. But now that Days has finally made a change in head writing, I can watch again. And so I'm giving it a chance. And like I said last week, it's going to take a lot of time. So I'm being patient. There's still a lot I don't love. But there is stuff like Jada and Shawn that I'm finding to be good TV. So baby steps, and we'll see what happens.